We're Team One, and for our project, we're working with Salk to create an automated pick and place system. Hi, I'm Artie, and I'm a triple major in mechatronics, robotics, and automation, and I'm the project manager.
Hello, my name is Cameron Kupek. My major is MET, and I'm going to be responsible for budging, testing, and validation.
Hi, my name is Zachary Pick. I am an automation and systems engineering technology major, and I am the manufacturing process lead.
My name is Dylan Carson. I am studying mechanical engineering technology, and I am the mechanical lead.
I'm Caitlin Glenn. I'm majoring in MET and minoring in design and innovation. I'm the project schedule manager and secretary.
Hi, my name is Zachary Mullen, and I'm the electrical team lead.
Salk Institute for Biological Studies has an ongoing experiment studying plant growth in various simulated environments. The current experiment uses hundreds of petri dishes that are each manually scanned for further observation. Since this current process is very time-consuming, Salk has reached out to Purdue University asking for a solution to automate this process.
Scope of this project is to create a functional prototype, source a robotic gantry coordinate system to transport petri dishes, develop an easy-to-use HMI that has remote desktop access, and meet Salk's design constraints. Earlier iterations of this design used a PLC controller, a LabVIEW HMI, and an electrical coordinate system. This group's design will use an Arduino controller, custom-made HMI, and a stepper and servo motor coordinate system.
Our project is actually a continuing project that has been in development for several semesters here at Purdue. You can see in the bottom left corner of the slide a picture of our previous team's prototype that our team was able to work with and take inspiration from. To keep the general idea of a pick-and-place system, our team decided to keep the idea of the gripper-like end effector, but switched out the existing linear actuators and PLC system. During our research, our team also briefly looked at other projects that use a vacuum-like end effector. Salk requires that our project operate autonomously, meet certain size, weight, and environmental requirements, be able to hold and scan 48 petri dishes, and ultimately keep workers safe that might be loading in new petri dishes or interacting with the graphical user interface.
The first part of our mechanical design is a dish holder. We will have 24 of these holders, and they will each carry 2 plant specimens. The holders will be placed in a grid that will be navigated by our 3-axis gantry and picked up by our custom 3D printed gripper. The holders will be placed in front of a high-resolution scanner, which will produce an image to Salk's required resolution. Once the scan is complete, the machine will place the holder at the coordinate it was picked up from. The entire operation takes place inside a cage that will be covered with wire meshing. The grid of holders sits on top of 2 drawer slides and can be pulled out of the system when the plant specimens need to be replaced.
Continuing on the mechanical design, in the top row, starting from the left, we have various 3D printed parts we have for our project. In the middle, we have our gripper end effector, and on the right, we have our petri dish holder that currently holds 2 petri dishes. In the middle left here, we have our scanner, which scans our petri dishes. In the left bottom, we have our gantry system attached to our caging. And on the right here, we have a sample prototype of how our petri dish holders are going to attach to our HDPE sheeting.
So, here's the electrical schematic for the project. On the middle left, you can see the overall view of the schematic. The connections are color coordinated. The safety circuit connections are shown in blue. The positive 24 connections are shown in red. The data line connections to the Arduino are shown in yellow. And finally, the 5-volt connections in green. So, below, the safety circuit can be seen. We went with a safety relay for fault detection, as well as an e-stop and a safety switch. On top, the controller pinouts are shown. For this project, we went with an Arduino 2560 because it was affordable as well as easy to program. To the right, we have the 5-volt connections. The positive pins on all the stepper motor drivers are connected to the 5-volt line. The low pins are connected to the Arduino, which gives the data signal or the control signal. Finally, on the far right, we have the 24 positive connections where we could see how the limit switches are connected to positive and as well as negative 24 volts, as well as the drivers and the buck converter, which is connected to the servo motor.
Continuing on with the electrical side of things, this is the layout of our electrical panel. The sub-panel is 18.20 by 22.20 inches, with the actual box being 20 by 24 with a depth of 8 inches. With the spacing of the components and the size of the box, this should meet NFPA 70 standard, which states that all electrical enclosures need 30% extra spacing and proper airflow. The components that we have will either be attached by DIN rail or they'll be screwed onto the sub-panel with screws and standoffs.
Represented on this slide is the GUI that was designed for our project. The UI was designed to allow for choosing multiple Petri dishes with a minimum of at least one selection. Additionally, the UI provides the user to quickly select all Petri dishes, select all even Petri dishes, or select all odd Petri dishes. Upon clicking Start, the UI prompts the user for the location to save image files and then proceeds with scanning the selected dishes. The addition of a progress bar was included so that the user can track the progress of the selected dishes. Lastly, the UI features a live webcam stream so that the user is able to observe the system while in action.
Moving on to the test results, we first tested the custom 3D printed holder. We wanted to make sure that the holder secured the Petri dishes so that they wouldn't fall out during operation. Even when held upside down, the dishes don't fall out of the holder. We also tested the scanner. The below image was taken by the Epson V800 scanner, and the Petri dish and the holder was placed flush against the scanner like in a real operation. And as you can see, the dishes are easily visible. We also tested the webcam, which is actually integrated into the GUI.